Okay, so welcome back. Have a lot of thoughts so far. So first and foremost, the game in general, I think it's actually really cool. Very cool design on it. I think everywhere that I've been so far, it's been like, yeah, that's actually a really cool environment. A lot of really, really nice artwork and features in that. So definitely kudos to that. One thing that I think is interesting. So I know going back, right? Like going back and looking through some of the stuff that was released early on, we saw that there was supposed to be like you in your unique story, and I haven't seen a lot of that so far. So either watching other people's gameplay or hearing from friends, it all kind of sounds like we're on the same quest, which I think is good and bad, right? Like I think there's definitely pros to that, and I think there's definitely cons to that. That I'm living out my own story in my own game, and somebody else is living out theirs, but at the same time we're both living out the same story, right? Like that's a unique part about this. So not a bad thing whatsoever. I think it's cool that we have that, but I also think that there's a lot of really cool opportunity to grow within that. So, and what I mean by that is I think there's the ability to because we have those different attributes, right? Like we have whether or not we're like focusing on knowledge or courage, and within that we could actually, I think, build a very unique character, but also have opportunities saying that for a Slytherin it might make more sense to go for a dungeon quest, or might have like a unique storyline in that, kind of like playing out your own story within that. So that'd be neat, but we'll see as time goes on. And then the second part of that, right? Like so Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, right? Like it's done at Hogwarts, and therefore as first years we only have 7 years, 7 years to enjoy this adventure, and then I don't see a lot of room for growth after that. But what could happen, what I think would actually be really neat to happen, is if you end up being able to like have your own family and then send your kids off to Hogwarts once they are of age, to go ahead and start their own story through that, or maybe have some other activities out there, like going to either different colleges or going to just like different parts of the world and going through quests. Additionally, if we are still looking at curse breaking as a potential quest, like you could be employed doing that. That curse breaking is something that we know Bill Weasley to actually go out and do for a living. So definitely a lot of potential there, and I think that's most of my thoughts on the game so far. So lots of really cool stuff, and I'm super hyped about it. I'm kind of nerding out a little bit about how much I'm enjoying it so far. So without further ado, let's jump back into it, and hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, go ahead and make sure you smash a big thumbs up and subscribe so we can follow along with and live out this adventure together. Alright, so good evening, witches and wizards. We have another exciting adventure here, so just loading up my game really quickly, and let's jump in. So thanks to Rowan. Thanks to Rowan's research, I know that your parents are locked up in Azkaban. Oh, actually that's interesting. So jumped me back quite a bit from where I was. It's actually going through this cutscene again, so we'll go ahead and jump through that really quickly. I think it's just to walk away, because the only spell that I know is Lumos, and I don't think that would be very effective in a duel. Like, hey, let me light up your face real quick, or shine a light in your direction. Aren't you scared? Got my flashlight. So we're just going to walk away from this one. Just throw out some shade. Say, you weren't worth my time. Marilla, keep your nonsense to yourself. Alright, and get knocked down real quick. Hopefully get back up pretty quickly, too. Kind of get yelled at to learn a few more spells, and then maybe next time I'll put up a fight. Cool. I think it's really interesting that there's this like rivalry between Marilla and me, because I've heard Marilla is actually a Slytherin in every game, which would make sense. But I think it's interesting that she is picking fights with other Slytherin. Kind of unique. So, okay, we're back to this courtyard that I was kind of talking about. It has this really, really cool features to it. I really like it. I think that they've done a really good job in the intricacy of this. So that's what I'm really enjoying about it so far, and I think that's something that I'm enjoying the most. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So here we see that I have friendships here. So stronger friendships mean that a friend can help you on more adventures. So I'm at level 2 with Rowan, because I am not at level 1 yet, or I am at level 1 with all of these other characters. Oh, interesting. Cool, so it says that we'll meet Bill Weasley in year 2, so that's good to know. And then, yeah, so it's very interesting that you can see like when you will actually meet some of these characters, but pretty cool stuff. So right now I do not have Ben unlocked, but I do have, and in the top left you'll see that they seem to have put out the year that these characters are in. So here for Rowan we see that he is a first year Slytherin up in the top left corner. At least in this game, and the level 3 reward will be a couple more gems, so good stuff there. Go ahead and close that out, and then it looks like I have a few more features here. So yeah, so as before, there's a lot of features out there that you can purchase. So redesigning your character, changing eyebrows, probably throwing some bushier eyebrows. Alright, cool. So I'll go ahead and accept that, and then let's check what's going on here. So we have 104 for potions, and it looks like it's getting time, hopefully, towards learning a new potion. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Cool. And then it looks like in year 2 we'll be able to jump into Transfiguration. Year 3 we'll have Herbology added. And it doesn't say anything else past year 3. That's exciting though. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to leave this courtyard real quick. Let's head back to the common room. It doesn't seem to have a lot of like clarity. Oh, is this Peeves? Who is this? Didn't say. The hospital wing, the Great Hall. Cool. So on the left here, here's how you can navigate around Hogwarts as you progress through your years. At Hogwarts, you'll unlock more locations to explore. So as time goes on, we'll be able to jump into a little bit more right now, but it looks like we can go to the castle grounds. Let's see what's going on there. Cool. So here we are. We have our training grounds. And it looks like most of this other stuff is locked. And it doesn't look like you can just interact with like random people walking around. I just clicked this stick and I got a maybe a young thing coming out, hanging out with somebody flying a broomstick in the background. Let's jump over to our training grounds and try and summon a broom real quick. Cool. So summon broom reward. We'll have +1 energy limit, and we'll notice that we have 3 hours to complete this task. So hopefully it goes pretty quickly and pretty well. Broom care and maintenance. Good stuff. So welcome back to flying class after observing your first lesson. I will now teach you how to summon your broom. Yes! This is good. So before you can summon your broom, however, you need to learn how to maintain it to your broom care stations. Chores. Alright, so let's go ahead and learn how to care for some brooms. We're going to trim some broom ends here. Yeah, looks much better, doesn't it? Cool. Rowan, what's up? Alright. Very interesting. And then, let's see, what else can I do? What's Marilla up to? Oh, good. I'm going to roll my eyes at Marilla. Good. So like, oh, you think you could do any better? Cool. Gonna keep taking care of some stuff here. Marilla's a little bit jealous of my ability to do this. Work hard here really quickly. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. I'm doing good stuff. Alright, let's think a little bit. Awesome. So I am down to 11 energy already, which is not ideal. 10, 9, and 8. So Marilla thinks she knows what's up. That's pretty typical. So it seems like anything that I can touch right now has this like 3 additional steps. I'm just going to keep caring for this broom. And I got at least up to 1 star, so that's good. I will choose the 15 heart because it is the most. I believe that's my altar. Cool, so a nice coat of polish will make a big improvement. So we're going to go ahead and apply that polish real quick and draw out how to apply the polish. Brilliant. Polish the broom up really quickly, and then hopefully the broom will be tended to, and hopefully it'll be ready to be summoned. Nice. So level up in courage, which is always good. So we're preparing to summon a broom. Time to practice summoning a broom. Step up, hold out your right hand, and say, up. So just like the video, or just like the movie, just like the books. So really good stuff here, and hopefully we can do well here. What's my energy at? I am at 5 energy, so this should be fun, right? 2, 3, and 4. Up. And I'm going to concentrate this direction. It's hard to concentrate when so much amazing magic happens at school. True, true. Alright, let's see. I am at 1 energy left, so I'm going to go ahead and do 1 watch over here, and then recognize that I'm stuck. So here you can buy 30 more energy for 55 gems, which I do not have right now. So I won't be doing that. Let's see, so we got 30 seconds left until we get 1 more. And even so, not a bad gig going on here. So that's out of the training grounds. Well, let's see what else is happening around here. So on the castle, let's see, what can we walk to? So we have our East Towers, which is, okay, so that's where our Charms class is. And then, cool. Ah, nice divination classroom. I just finished up the 3rd book again, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and Professor Trelawney is a very interesting professor on campus. So I think that's really interesting. Okay, cool. So actually when you click on that thing on the left, you'll notice that it tells you how much time you have left for whatever quest you're working on. So here I still have those like 3 hours, or a little bit under 3 hours left. And let's see what's going on the west side. Towers. Cool, so that's where Dumbledore's office is. The Gryffindor common room, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have found that one if you're in the Gryffindor. Prefect's bathroom, Ravenclaw. Filch's office. Nice. And then I think it's really interesting. So I was hoping that you could actually like click on some of these characters. I'm thinking that's nearly Headless Nick. But you can't click on any of them. You can't interact with them right now. Now, do any of these portraits move? That would be neat too. I'm not seeing a portrait move yet. Maybe I'm like not the right portrait, so. Lower floor west. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so that's where we kind of jump out at the Great Hall, the hospital wing, grand staircase, and the courtyard. To explore the Great Hall. Seems like a decent idea here. So, lots of students hanging out. Got a fire in the background. Lots of candles in the air. People eating. Cool. So we have our 4 tables set up here. The best one is closest to me, of course. So we can see some beautiful green and silver going on. Nice color scheme. Alright, so not too much is happening in the Great Hall right now. And then the dungeons. So let's see. We have the Hufflepuff common room down there, kitchens, the potions classroom, Slytherin common room, what up? And that looks like it. So in the common room right now, let's see. Can you interact with anything in here? Is that clicking around a little bit? I'm not seeing anything just yet. So that might be kind of cool if you could like start to interact with stuff or practice spells or something. It'd be kind of a cool feature to add in. Let's see here. So when you leave the common room, you're back in the dungeon area. I'm not going to potions class right now because I don't want to get yelled at. I think everyone feels me on that. And then I'm not seeing much else here. Somebody reading a scroll. Lots of people flying in the background. And then Hagrid's hut's down below, so it'd be interesting to be able to, and the Whomping Willow is here, so pretty interesting. Might be able to, so for those of you who have not read the books in a while or haven't been very well accustomed to the Whomping Willow, it's appeared a couple times. Destroys a car a little bit, a flying car from the Weasleys, which would be later in time from where we are in the game right now. But additionally, that there is a passageway from the Whomping Willow back into the castle. And I think that's really interesting and valuable, just to think about and understand like some of the interconnectivity that we might be able to explore as time goes on. I don't know a lot of reasons why we would need to go to the Whomping Willow, because it's dangerous. But if we learn the right charms, we would hopefully protect ourselves, so that way the tree doesn't whomp us and kind of destroy us there really quickly. But instead you could get into kind of like these back rooms in the Whomping Willow or kind of explore around there. So I'm going to jump back over here, finish up those last couple of tasks here watching. Getting that XP life. Sweet. And I am once again out of energy, so I think this is going to be some wrap up for the video segment, but once my energy kind of like jumps back in, I'll probably just show the screen recording of what went on there. But other than that, I will hopefully be able to summon my broom using the up command, and then hopefully pretty soon be able to jump in and do some Quidditch playing. So that's really exciting. I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that's happening with this game. So at this point, Slytherin is in third place within our house points. We are actually tied here with Ravenclaw for third. We have Gryffindor in second place with 77 points, so we're only 3 points away from that. And then Hufflepuff is way out in first, 9 points ahead. So hopefully we are able to get those 100 gems, push our way into first place, and end the year off strong. But that will require quite a bit. And here we are with our courage at level 3. We have empathy at level 2 and knowledge at level 2. And you'll notice here they have different levels. So knowledge requires 80 knowledge to jump to the next level here. Empathy requires 50, and then at this point courage is at 95. So being able to level up within that, and then these so courage attribute represents your strength of nerve, bravery, and might. So currently earning this with the summon broom. Empathy can learn in Charms class, or I earn it in Charms class, and that represents loyalty, friendship, and the ability to understand others. And knowledge, so learned in Potions class, used in Potions class, and that is something for academic aptitude, investigative skills, and the sum of what you know. So good stuff there. Starting to level up, starting to become my own character. And that's kind of what I was talking about, right? Like that's where we could see characters kind of taking shape, being able to become an individual. So like, let's say if somebody has a lot of courage, like maybe we could see down the road their story going more towards something that deals with bravery, where if knowledge is their key one, you might have more like puzzles or challenges that would engage like a mental state or empathy, trying to build up like friendships and develop interpersonal skills and be able to go throughout your castle and kind of like have different cliques or something. That would be kind of unique. Being able to like form groups or have like pack mentalities or something like that. So good stuff here. My current points that I have contributed towards the Slytherin team is 12. So doing well, getting on the right path here, and I hope you are getting on a good path as well. Make sure you are earning as many house points as possible. Rep the Slytherin team well. If you're not in Slytherin, that's okay. You know, somebody's got to earn the house cup, and that's going to be Slytherin, but second place is not first. That's on you. All right, have a good day, all. Bye.